everyone, this is Carol from Owl's Nest Quilters, and we are getting back into our My Favorite Things series of videos. We sort of took a break for numerous reasons, but we're back at it. So the first thing I want to tell people is that I have now become a Martelli Enterprises dealer, so you can now get the fabulous Martelli products at Owl's Nest Quilters. The wonderful characteristic, I guess, of Martelli is that they are they're devoted to, and their main focus is producing ergonomic supplies to reduce the amount of stress and strain that our art craft puts on our bodies. And so they have come out with a variety of tools that will help alleviate our stress and strain and aches and pains and so on. And the older we get, the more of those we have. So any help we can get is always fabulous. So one of the first things that I found from them is this oh so interesting rotary cutter. And this is a completely different shape than what we are used to. We are used to the ones that are just completely straight, and it requires our wrists to be in a very awkward position. And this one, it demands that our wrists be in a very natural position. So as we are cutting, and it does take some there is a learning curve to this because it is so awkward and unique, but I can hold this handle much more loosely than I do the regular rotary cutter, because I feel like I'm just grabbing onto it and moving it along with my wrist in a very awkward and my thumb in a very awkward position. And this is where I have most of my arthritis. And so after I have cut for a project, I'm usually in just a huge amount of pain. This, however, my thumb is not at all strained. It's in a very natural position. You rest your index finger on the top of the cutter. You basically loosely grab the handle and pull up the blade and just glide along. You do tend to, the first time you use it is to veer. So you kind of are like a drunken sailor the first time you use the cutter, but then it only took a few practice times, and I was able to do a very straight line. And I did a project, and I had no fatigue in my hands. So it's really nice. I would recommend doing this for the initial cuts. So like if you're doing strips and larger pieces. Subcutting, I think it would be more difficult for subcutting. So I do go back to the regular traditional cutter for the subcutting. But for your initial cutting, this is really nice, and it does really reduce the fatigue in your hands. So if you have problems with that, give this a try. It also comes with a cute little carrying case so that you don't damage it in any way. And so check out the Martelli rotary cutter.
Owl's Nest Quilters, because you love to